Hello and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you doing this evening? I'm recording this video that is gonna be posted when I'm away, so I didn't want to leave you without any inspiration for the few days I'm gonna be away. So I decided that I would record this video and show you how to make these cute tote bags. What do you think about that? I'm trying to see if I'm live and I don't see it. Well, I'm not live, as I said. I'm pre-recording. I just want to make sure that this is being recorded. And I don't see it. Oh, well, I hope it is recording. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I found it. And I actually want to find out if I'm recording with sound. Excuse me for a second. Oh yes, I am. Alright, so now that I know everything is working, I want to show you how to make these two cute bags. And this uses DSP in a square. A square of DSP will make these two bags. And the size can be whatever size you decide. I've used the 6x6 for the little one, and this is the 12x12, and it's much bigger. You can even put here, and I close them with a Velcro, and you can even put here like a little plant, a succulent, a cactus, or chocolates, or some jewelry, little piece of jewelry. And this one fits something smaller, like a Ferrero Rocher, some chocolates, maybe a lip gloss if it's on the side, and it's on the side as well, like, you know, like it sticks on the side. Anyway, these are gonna be ideal for the holidays, I think, because if you use paper that's holiday theme, it would make very nice gift bags, don't you think? Anyway, so let's get to it. So we'll start with the little one, okay? The most important thing is that you need the paper to be square. And the other thing is, if it's not directional, like I did in this one, that it was not directional, you're gonna end up with the flowers going in other ways. I don't mind it because it still looks cute. But, you know, if you find a paper like this that is non-directional, that it doesn't matter what side you put, it's even better. And also, if you like the inside, because you're gonna be seeing the inside as well. So think about that. So you start with a square, and you have to do it in 3 parts. So if the square is 6x6, you have to score at 2, and then we do 4, and that's it. And then we're gonna turn the paper around, and we're gonna do again. 2 and 4. Basically, you have to do the Brady Bunch kind of window, you know, where you have the center square and how many? 6, 7, 8 squares. So 9 total with the center square. And once you do this, first, I like to actually press the score down, like making sure that it's visible, because sometimes with the paper it's hard to see where the score line is with the decorated paper. But we still have to do one more scoring. And what we have to do is a scoring in the middle of this. See how it's hard to see sometimes? In the middle of this outside square, like the 4 corners. So we have to do diagonally towards the center square, right? So this is easy to do with the 6x6 because you can still use your paper trimmer for that. So it's so easy as that you put like one corner here in the guide and the other one too, and then I'm gonna think of where I want this to be. and then we score it, and then the other one should start like around here, I think. You know, so that's my outside, and if I go a little bit, it doesn't matter, but see, I did pretty well. This went a little bit over, but it doesn't matter because it's not gonna be seen. And then we do the other one, the other two exterior corners. So this one, and let's see where, if I can see with all the reflection and the flash and everything, it should be around here. Okay. So now that we have that, oh, this I did perfectly. Wow. Now that we have that, how this is gonna go is like, see, you just press the corners and you're gonna make kind of like a cube without the top part, right? And we'll crease it well. Just want to show you the idea first. I saw this in a video, I can't remember which demonstrator did it. I just modified it a little bit to my liking. But anyway, I don't know if somebody else is doing it the same way I'm doing it. So now you have this, and if you fold this like this, you know, like this triangle and this triangle, and then the other one in the opposite side, you end up with like a box without a top, right? And the important thing is that you do the opposite sides. And here is where we're gonna attach our handles, because you're gonna go like this, and you see it's pretty easy, right? I like to put my handles where you have the reinforced side with all the paper, because that makes it sturdy, right? And for that we're gonna use the round and square brads. It comes in black and white, and in square and round. So this one uses the round, and this one uses the square. The square is a little bigger, more visible, but it's very cute too. But before we do that, we're gonna glue this, because you want it to be sturdy. So the gluing is like, you have to glue these triangles. Like we start with this one here, and I'm gluing it in this side, and then I have to glue this one. Just remember, the objective is to make the box, right? So don't get too hung up on like, oh, which side to do first, whatever. It doesn't matter where you put the glue first or not, or which side you fold first. It doesn't matter, as long as you end up with a box. And let me distribute the glue a little bit better now that it has more layers. It doesn't matter, and the important thing is that you do it on the opposite side. Right? Because if you do it like this, you could do like this, but then you end up only with a triangle and blah blah blah, and you know, it's better to do the double on one side and the opposite side the double. Then we have like plenty of paper to have a sturdy hole for the handle, so it won't get destroyed. All right, so ideally you wait a little bit, but for the video's sake I'm gonna go on. And we're gonna do the same on the other opposite side. If you're not getting this, actually I should have done first one and then the other one, so I don't get the glue on my fingers, but hopefully I can handle that. Okay, now I have the glue on this one. And I lift it a little bit. I don't know if you can see very well, but I hope so. Yeah, now that I have it like this, I'm just gonna get my foam folder. I'm gonna press down, make sure this is adhered properly. And the same on the other side. All right, so now we have our base, and I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, and I'm tacky fingers now, sorry. I'm gonna let it rest a little bit, and I'm gonna start working on the handles. So for the handles, I made one, so you don't have to see how I make 4 handles in total. So for the handles, I'm using, and you can do it in different sizes if you want a longer handle or a shorter handle. I find that for this little bag, this is a strip of 5 by a half. And then in the middle, I don't know if you saw, I tried to be in the center, but I'm a little off, but it doesn't matter. It's scored in the middle because this is where this is gonna be attached. Let me just, okay. Oops, sorry. So, so this goes flat, and this will be folded on itself, like so. You can do it without scoring first. I find it, I see a little bit easier, and if I have to adjust, even that is easier to do once it's scored. And then, oh my God, what a mess I'm making here. Sorry. You're seeing all my layers of mat. Okay, then I got my bone folder. I curl it a little bit so it has the shape, so it would hold the shape. But then I open it, and because this one is small, I don't dare to do tear and tape for this one because it may get outside and you don't want it so tacky. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue, and I'm gonna fold it on its own in half, leaving the sides flat because this is where we're gonna adhere our brads. Okay, so I'm gonna let this, like, you can actually use the bone folder again to make sure that it gets the shape that you want. Okay, so this is the shape, and we're gonna put it like this so you don't see the fold. That fold will be in the middle, and this is how it's gonna go. But I'm gonna start with the other one that I had already made. Actually this looks nicer, eh? Oh well. All right, so because there's so much paper in here, because I want it really sturdy, it has like 4 layers, like folded on its own. I'm using my piercing tool, and you can use the piercing tool that comes in your take your pick tool. I'm using this one because it's, if you have one you can use that, but if not, use the one that comes with your piercing tool. And you poke a hole here, and also important that you put them more or less at the same. Actually, I should have done it with the handle. There we go. Poke a hole through the handle. You see how it goes like that? It's easy, especially because it's still wet from the glue, so it's a little easier to manipulate. And I now have to decide, do I want the square pegs? I think I want the round because it has the polka dot, so I think I want the white round for this one. And then you just open them and try to put them that they're not visible from the outside, like this. You see? And then we do the same on the other side. I can add a little bit more glue this here when I'm done to close the handle a little bit better. And you try to put it at the same height, right? And the same distance from the edge of the box that you did on the other side. Yes, you know, for perfection, or striving for, even if we don't achieve it. Alright, so now I'm gonna get another of these round whites. I didn't use this. I bought this to use with the windmill, to put the windmill, what do you call them? Edges? Whatever, you know, to make them mobile and twirl around. And I think I only use one for that. But I find that for this, I made these little bags for my friends to give to during my friend's birthday. It was a girly brunch, and and the ladies loved them, the bags. My friend said, like, this is the closer I'm gonna get to a Birkin. I'm like, well, it doesn't even look like a Birkin, but anyway, I appreciated the comment. She was very complimentary. So I'm doing the same on the other side, trying to keep more or less the distance that I have on the other side, even though nobody's gonna notice anyway. But, and then we're gonna open this brad and press so there. And now the last one. Don't tell me I got wrong. Oh no, I have another one here. All right. And let's see how much I left. Yeah, more or less like this. You know, see, I put them together. The handles will be more or less the same size. And we are gonna pierce this. And open this. And if you're a perfectionist, or it bugs you, or you know, to see this, you can always put a stripe of paper all around like that to cover it. I think it makes it too not sturdy, but too bulky. So I don't mind. So this is the beginning of our bag. So now what we need to do is make something to get it, to put it together. The closure. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more glue while. Nice when I get tacky, and you'll see. Alright, pressing a little bit. So now for the closure, what you can do is get any label that you have, like this. I use the double oval punch, and then I emboss it. And I like to emboss it. You can do it without embossing. I like the embossing because it reminds me of like when, you know, like when these leathers are embossed for the bags, for the leather bags, and I think this is cute. So important thing to remember, you have to use a label that fits in the middle of this, more or less. I mean, you can make it fit, right? This is gonna be tight, but I can make it fit by pushing the handles on the sides like that, right? So I used for this one, as I said, the ovals. I had used for my other one, I can't remember what that one is called, another punch that has the smaller, and then I adjusted the sides, because you can just clip the sides a little bit if you put the handles together and you don't have any label that goes through them. And you can decide if you want to emboss it or not. This is embossed with the ornate floral embossing folder that I think is retired, but any one will work. For the ones I did for the ladies, I used the countryside embossing folder, and it was really cute. Anyway, so I'm gonna put these, I think I put the handles closer together than in my other bag, but anyway, I'm gonna make it work, as I said. So you're gonna glue it on one side. You can decide which side you like better. The ones that you like better. Actually, I like this one better. So this is where you're gonna glue these, and don't glue it all the way down, because these you fold it in the middle, by the way, more or less, but because actually you want to curl it a little bit, because the middle is not gonna be the edge of the paper, it's gonna be the middle of the, so to speak, hole when it gets it together, like that. You see? So you don't have to put it all the way down. So you just put a little bit of glue over here, which we're gonna do. and ideally let it sit, because this is the important part, that it dries. So it's like we're gonna press strongly, and on this side I put a glue, not a glue, a Velcro dot, so you can open it and close it. I bought this on the internet, and honestly, the adhesive is not as good as my other ones that I had, the actually Velcro brand. This is not Velcro brand, and they were cheaper, so I felt like, oh, that's great. But of course, they're cheaper for a reason. But anyway, it works for these purposes for now. Not ideal, but see, I got all these. So I like to put the one with the strong nylon on the bottom and the soft fluffy one on the top, because you want the strong one to be the one that doesn't, that stays on, so to speak, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna put that on the side. So I made the sandwich, and my fluffy one is gonna go against the label, and then I put it on the label all together, and then I press so I know where it has to go. Actually, I want it a little bit lower, and because the adhesive is not very good, it makes me adjust it. It lets me adjust it. So I'm gonna be careful now, because I said this takes a while to adhere. See? Oh darn! I'm gonna end up putting a little bit of glue dot here, liquid glue here, and I won't touch it until it dries. Okay, but that's my fault for not buying the expensive stuff. It's not that expensive anyway, but you know, I'm like, oh well, bargain, can't resist. Alright, so I'm gonna hold it a little bit until it dries, and then it will be like this. Same thing happened, and now you can do it with no problem, right? Anyway, so we let it sit like this, and of course you can combine the cardstock that you use. This is cardstock, by the way, not paper. This is cardstock. You can combine it as you see fit, you know, like for your, that matches your DSP. And I wanted a contrasting one. This is the same kind of color. This is contrasting. And then to put the closure here, I have these matte decorative dots. And in the 2022-2024, this is a Tahitian type. So I'm gonna use, I don't know, which color do you think goes best? This one? Is this the same color? And they have like ombre color here, and it's getting me confused. I think that works. What do you guys think? I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna let this rest. And this is my little bag. Isn't it cute? I love it. I always say I'm gonna let it rest, but then I want to try it immediately. And now it's working. Hey. Alright. Alright. If you want it a little tighter up here so you don't have the gap, you can just move the Velcro and press down, and that's it. Alright. So let's do the big one now. Alright. It's the same concept, but then you get to see me do it twice. Basically, you square the square, you square it in 9 equal quarters, squares, sorry. So in thirds, 3 thirds. So it's better if it's like 3, 6, 9, you know. Actually, I wonder how it would be to make a tiny little one with a 3 by 3, probably too little. Anyway, let me put this on the side, and let's do the big one now. For the big one, I'm using, this is the DSP that came with, what did it came with? Oh, the floral frame frame floor, oval frame. I can't remember the name now. But you know what I'm talking about, right? It was beautiful. Like, I love it. The frame. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check it out. I'll check it out later, and I'll post it. But anyway, and it has this side that to me says more wintry, kind of Christmassy, kind of, right? And I think this can give you the idea to do something for the holidays. What a beautiful packaging, don't you think? And it's not so hard to do, as you saw. So because this is 12 by 12, 12 divided in 3 is 4. So we're going to score it at 4. Because I don't feel like opening my arm here, I'm going to turn it around and score it at 4. Instead of going like this and doing the 8. You can do 4 and 8, or you can turn it around and do 4 in one side and 4 in the other side. Just think, I don't have that much room. Oh no, I caught it. Oh my God. We've all done that at some point, right? I'll see if it works. If not, I don't think it's gonna work. Unless, no, let's see. Okay, let's cut the other side, and I'll decide if I'm gonna scratch this. I know, don't you hate when that happens? When you make that happen, it's not that it happened. I just took the wrong blade instead of the scoring blade. And I'm gonna do the other 4. I think I'm gonna make it work. And if worst comes to worst, I can put a little bit of tear and tape there. Or actually, regular Scotch tape. Alright, so now we have our 4, and this is what I was telling you, because this is big, we cannot do the scoring on the diagonal scoring totally right, because it doesn't fit. So let's score it first, all of it. All of it. All of it with my mistake there. You know what? I'm gonna put just a little bit of tape there, and we'll forget about it, and I'll make this one of the ones that we fold, and nobody will be the wiser. There. That's it. Actually, there's a little bit more, so there we go. Nobody will be the wiser. I'm gonna fold this. Don't tell anybody. All right. So as I was saying, because it doesn't fit diagonally on our guide there, you can do it this way, which is I fold one place. I know where I have to put this. I feel it, and it's not gonna be perfect, but I feel it. I feel that the guide is right here in this point, and then I'm just putting my scoring guide there, and I go to the diagonal, and then I'm gonna do the same on this other paper. If I can, I'm gonna feel it. Here's my guide, and then I make it coincide with that, hopefully, more or less. And I can adjust it. This is just to help me fold it. See, this is not totally to the center, but it's good enough. Once I open it up, I'll be able to adjust to the right fold. But at least it helps, right? I can feel it with my finger that is around here. And then we're getting this. And the same on the other side. Yeah, this was pretty good. Pretty darn good. Alright. And then the same with the other side. And feel my gauge. And I put the little corner there in the guide, and all right. There we go. So now we have the same thing. We put it together. You see, and if it wasn't perfect, which this was pretty darn good, you can just press it like this, and that's it. It will make it, and you'll make your bigger cube, because this is bigger paper. It's twice as big. 12 by 12 instead of 6 by 6. And see, this is the one that is not perfect, but as I said, you put it together. Once it's like that, then you press, and the fold will go wherever you want it to go. And the same with the last part. The last part was also pretty good. Happy with that. Now I have to see where my tape is out here. So this is the part that I'm gonna fold like this, and nobody's gonna know that it will. Actually, I'm gonna not fold it like this. What can I do? It's a little bit obvious, but anyway. Maybe if I do it the other way. I'm just seeing what's gonna be less visible with that cut that I made. I think that works. I think that it's the same kind of. I think that works. Alright. So I've decided this is gonna be this side. So now we do the same. We just put the, yeah, I'm thinking, should I, well, it's pretty good. It's fine. Oh well, nobody's gonna notice. If they notice, they'll still appreciate my efforts here. Alright, now, actually, this side. Yes, this is the side that I want. Good. Now the glue doesn't want to come out. So we're gonna do this triangle first, trying to align it. There, and then we're gonna do this one here. And take it to the corner. This is a little bigger, so it's better to just work the paper a little bit with your bone folder as you go. This one is gonna go like this, so I'm gonna have to put the glue here. Wait, why is this not? There's a corner there that doesn't want to be folded. All right. There. It's a little easier with the 3 by 3, the 6 by 6, sorry. But I don't know why my hands are full of glue now. Trying to roll it out so it doesn't get too obnoxious here. Then the last triangle on this side. Bone folder. Even the bone folder is tacky now. And I don't have alcohol, do I? Usually have, oh yes I do. Yes, that's the best thing. This or hand sanitizer. Just rub it. Still a little bit. But better, sorry. That you have to put up with my hand sanitizing. Not only will be a beautiful gift bag, but also will be sanitized. No germs, germ-free. Alright, so we do the same on the other side, opposite side, okay? I should have done the alcohol thing to my bond folder too. Just happen to have a napkin here. Just gonna wipe it out. This is actually not for this purpose. The alcohol, I have it for when I do vellum with ink and that kind of thing, you know. Beautiful technique that I love. You saw me doing for some flowers, if you follow me. When I did the paper florist flowers, I used some of them I cut from vellum with ink, painted with vellum, the alcohol technique. It's very effective, I find. Make sure that the corner goes in. And it doesn't want to go all the way in. There we go. And now we have to put a little bit of glue here. If you don't see me, that's what I'm doing in a triangle shape. There. Alright. Oh, this came a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we have our base. And where do the handles go, people? Where you have the thicker paper, okay? Remember that. So also, it will help you give this shape better, because if you do it the other way around, it's not gonna want to fold so well in the oval shape. See? You can put a little bit extra glue there. I don't want to do it right now, but... And this will be a very cute Christmassy bag, right? And we can decorate it even with some holly. Let me actually see if I have them handy. I'll do that. Sorry, I have to have a little bit of a drink. I'm getting a dry throat. All right. Anyway, so let's do the handles. So I have one handle already made, so you don't have to see me doing twice the same thing. But this time the handle, again, the size that you want, and instead of 5, I did, I think, 9. Let me just make sure. Yes, it's 9 by 3/4, right? So then we have to score the middle, and it's kind of hard to do because it's 3/4. I'm like, I don't know. So I kind of like wing it a little bit. And it's hard when there's a piece that is long like that, because even if you lay it flat, you cannot hold it while you're closing. So it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to help you fold it in half a little bit. So let's say I leave like an inch on each side, and I score just the middle. And I still have tacky fingers. It drives me crazy. Oh well. Yeah, you know, not super perfect, but, you know, as I said, helpful. And then we're gonna work it out, and then you can round it to meet the edges. If you didn't do it perfectly, which I didn't, you can use your bone folder to help you. Like so. Alright. nice. Now I went the other way. Well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna yeah, and I don't like this side. See if I can make it a little bit more even. Alright, and when you have it where you want it, for this one we're using tear and tape, because the tear and tape will have, it's wide enough that it won't be seen, right? So let's say I want yay that much, and put it in the middle. Alright, and then we peel it off and close it. And for this, by the way, I use again the basic white cardstock that we carry. All right. Round the sides and then flatten this so we can put the fastener. Alright, so this is like the shape. See? Oh, sorry. See? Alright, so same thing. We're gonna use, if you want the handles a little bit closer for this one, because this is much wider and you don't want them like this, you can do them a little closer. Up to you. The important thing is that you have to put the label in the middle as a closure. I use for this one the Stitch So Sweetly embossed again in the ornate 3D, what is 3D floral? Ornate floral 3D. And I want to make sure that it fits right between my handles. So I want to make sure, yeah. I have plenty of room. It does fit. I didn't measure it, but it does fit. Let's actually score this in the middle. And as I said, it doesn't have to be in the center totally, because how long does it this measures 3.5, so it would be 1 3/4 the middle, I guess. 1 3/4. Well, I don't even know if it did it because of all the, oh, it did. It's hard to tell with the, well, maybe I didn't do it properly. Well, anyway, you can actually fold it in like this yourself, and we're gonna round it a little bit. To allow for the gap between the two sides of the bag, okay? But let's do this first. Let's put these. I think these are dry enough. Well, of course they're dry because I didn't use liquid glue. I use the tear and tape. Doesn't need to dry. Very handy. And for this one, I'm gonna use the square because they're a little bigger rather than the round, and in white, because I think this goes with the white more than with the black, right? So let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna put it right there. Be careful not to pierce your fingers. So there, we have one. These are a little thicker than the round ones too, so you may need a little bit more of a hole. And I like to put this in a rhombus more than the square. And we'll do the same on the other side. You know, if you want it a little bigger, you just can do like this and work the paper a little bit, but it doesn't need it. It goes in fine. Okay, I'm gonna twist it so I have it rhombus-like. And then I'm gonna open the inside, and this one is resisting. Okay, there we go. Basically it's like this. I don't know if you saw it, but it has two parts. You just open it up and it fastens it like that. Okay, so we have this side. Now we have to do the other side. We get our little handle and we press it like this so it's flat. All this because this is bigger. Sorry, I'm saying press it like this and I'm off camera, right? So we're gonna do the same that we did in the other side, more or less on the same distance from the edge. This must be the one that has the, oh, I don't know where the tape went. See, we hit it, people. So no, this, I like the rhombus shape. Well, kind of. All right, and we open it up. And the same on the other side. By the way, I see that this is not totally edged like this, and if this bothers you, you can always trim this a little bit. It doesn't bother me. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna live with this. But you can always trim it if it's not perfect. There's a lot of folding that goes on, and everything is like an origami kind of thing, this one. So every little millimeter or 16th of an inch has an impact, but anyway, not such big that it doesn't make it nice anyway. All right, so we have our bag here, and this wants to cross. I don't know why. Like this. Isn't it cute? I love it. I love it. All right, and then we're gonna put this, the closure. Look how cute this looks. You can make a bigger hand, like a bigger, if you have a bigger tag, or you can just do like a larger oval. But I kind of like this one. It has a nice shape. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put a little bit of glue in this side, not all the way up, because part of it is gonna be in the air, right? Over the hole of the back, and then just gonna press for a little bit, and I'm gonna get a bigger, well, I don't have a bigger, yes I do, my last big, these are better, I don't know if I even have, they are Velcro, see, these were much better, and these are bigger dots. This is a bigger bag. You can use a small one too, but anyway. Same thing. I want my harsh one to be the one that stays in place, and this one, the one that lifts, the fluffy, the one that lifts up and down. So I'm gonna put the fluffy here thing here. I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna press it where I want it to go. And that's it. And of course you can put like a little tag in these bags and or something else. This still needs a how you call it, a closure. And I'm wondering, no, what can we put? I thought I left some embellishments out, but it needs something bigger. Oh, I know. Let me get the embellishments for a second. I'll put it like that so you can see it. this is my box with all the embellishments. Look at that. So let's see what we can find here. Something gold, I'm thinking, or maybe these. How about these? These were actually, I like these. The adhesive back milky dots, and we can put the white one, and if it's big enough. It needs to be something rather large, I think. But I think this will be. Let's try it. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can find something bigger. There we go. I don't know. This will be bigger, but I don't like these colors for this bag. This is too small. These are pretty big, but as big as this one, maybe. Let's try. These are the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. I love these. I use so many. I mean, really. But these are pretty big, I think. These are a little bit bigger than this. Don't you think? Let's see how this works. Plus, they're a little glistening. Yes, I like this. Because they'll pick up the color of what it has around, so it can pick up a little bit. Depending how you do it, it can pick up a little bit of the green. All right, so we went with the iridescent basic jewels, and that's it. And as I was saying, you can decorate it with like a little tag here hanging. You can give it like, let's see if I have it handy. You can put a charm hanging. Oh, come on, Sandy, what did you do here? This, like a charm like this, maybe. That's too big, I think. Let's see if I have the gold ones. Or you could simply do this, yes. And this would be maybe too much in your face, Christmassy, for the back. But you could put always like 2 holly leaves. I think it would be better to do like a little mini tag. And just like, or you could do that instead of this, you know, just put the holly leaves here. Like that, and do a red rhinestone instead. Anyway, for these purposes, I'm gonna leave it as is, but I'm just telling you that you can put like a for you kind of like tag there hanging, or whatever you want. All right, so this is it. I hope you like them. I have so much fun doing this, and the other thing is that we all have plenty of DSP. This is a great way to use DSP, you know, because either you have the small one, you have the big one. So the small one makes the little one, the 6x6, and the 12x12 makes this one. And they're great. Look at the base of this one. You know, it's a whole square. So as I said, you can put like a little plant even, or, you know, like a bottle of perfume. So many things. Great ideas for the holidays, I think. Or for Christmas, or for little tokens, or for wedding favors, or party favors. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed them, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining. Bye.